Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Super Mario Bros. 3. That's right, it's one of the greatest 8-bit classics of all time, usually put up there between this and Zelda as the #1 NES game of all time, so it's kind of up to your discrepancy, and hey, maybe you prefer something completely different, but let's jump right into it, shall we? Right into World 1, we got 4 Marios, let's go! I love the dancing plants, I really do. I'd say that's my nomination for one of the Nintendo tattoos I would get. So that's my question of the day. If you had to get a tattoo of a Nintendo character, what would it be? Because that right there, those little happy dancing plants, they're up there. I also really like the boos from Yoshi's Island, but then again, a lot of stuff in Yoshi's Island very beautiful in its style. So what's gonna be, I don't know, different about Mario 3 here? Me playing it versus any other thousands of people? Not much. This game's been played to death. Hey, look, a little bit of a secret there. A little big old 3 there. We'll keep that one there for the OCD viewers. But, you know, I'm going to try to show off some little tricks, some secret areas that, you know, I'm sure people probably touched on before, but don't get brought up. Some stuff that I didn't know until even like a few years ago, honestly. One of them we're going to be showing in level 4, the white mushroom houses, which I've got to be honest, I don't know if I ever came across one. I'm kind of surprised that I never had in all the time that I had played this game, but I don't know. We'll show them off. There's one in each world, and I'll try to show them off to you as best I can. They usually calls for you collecting every single coin in the level to get it, and naturally, of course, it would be in an auto-scroller level, so let's just take care of these first 2 simple ones. Gotta enjoy the mechanics of hills. So much innovation from this game. You know, I mean, this is the first real Mario game I feel like I played. I did play Mario 2, but man, this was just game-changing for Mario, because Mario 1, you know, it's Mario 1, set the standard. But then, oh wow, missed a sway jump on the Goomba, nice. But this game changed so much. One thing that's notable is just the amount of coins that you get. Speaking of collecting coins, there are just you know, so many of them that you can get in these levels compared to other Mario games. It seems like that was something you really had to go your way to get. Here, they're all over the place. It kind of makes for this, as well as the little side games that you play, makes this for sort of, I don't know, the first game where lives didn't really matter that much. I mean, if you were a semi-decent player, like, boom, extra life right here. You could basically get through this game with having, like, 30, 40 lives left. And Mario World, don't even start with that. I love that game, too, but that's even worse. At just like, oh, here's a bajillion lives. So, that area, let's see. Oh, super swag, glitched out, block, nice, half block. Not the full block, unfortunately, but that's cool. If you interact with items, like right as they're going off the screen, you can sometimes glitch them on, because the screen kind of wraps that way. So, that coin block, as well as this one, those are the only 2 really tricky parts in this level, as far as collecting all the coins are concerned. You'd think you might need to come in there with a tail and start busting down some of the blocks, but they don't really make it that tough for you. I need you, coin. I actually need you, for once. So let's grab that and get out of the way of Mr. Boomerang Throwing Man, and boom! So we collected 3 little picture tokens, cards, I suppose is the correct term. We get an extra life, and more importantly, we get the white mushroom house. So if you've never seen it before, that's not too surprising. I didn't know about these things. Hello, you found my shop of strange and wonderful things. That's things, just non-specific. So if it's in a world that's odd, you get a P-Wing. If it's in a world that's even, you get an anchor, which is an item that I didn't even know about for the longest time. You know, you'd think you'd seen it all. An anchor will keep the ship in the same spot that it was in. If you lose a fight on the ships, and then it moves around all over the map. So kind of a novelty item, to say the least, but just kind of cool, you know? It kind of blew my mind when I first learned about these. But, yeah, let's take the little discolored music block up to Cloud World and see what's going on up here. I really don't like these areas, though. See, this kind of stuff reminds me of more of like Mario 1, where you had to go down pipes to get a lot of coins. So it feels like I'm going to do the same thing here, but it's especially annoying because it's an auto-scroller. So, yeah, really, in casual play I would never bother with that, but I figured, hey, that's the slightest sort of little Hey, maybe you don't know about that thing, although I would be surprised if no one did. Speaking of things that everyone knows, hey, guess what? You can hold down here, and in fact you can hold down just about anywhere on this map and get into the background, even though you can still interact with foreground objects, and get ourselves a toot on this whistle in the mushroom house. Don't you love how the mushroom house is also in the shape of a mushroom? Isn't that just attention to detail? So we get the first of 3 flutes in the game. We're not going to be using any of them. It's worth mentioning that this is going to be a 100% playthrough. We're going to go through every single level in the game. And you're going to go crazy, because I'm going to go crazy. And this game's pretty easy overall. It gets a little tough towards, maybe World 6, 7. 6 and 7 I would say were the toughest, just because I played 8 so much. You get those whistles so early on that you can just get to the last world, and, not to say it's particularly easy, but I played it a whole lot, and I am terrible at this matching card game. What do you mean it's the wrong picture? I was going for a star with a mushroom head the entire time! You don't know me. So here we are. Unfortunately we don't have a tail, or else we could make a real run-through of this little castle, or fortress, if we want to call it that. But we're going to have to do the backup strats and go over here and grab the leaf, because, man, we got to utilize the teachings that the wizard brought us, which is that I don't know how long it would have taken for people to have discovered this if it wasn't for the fact that it was in the movie The Wizard with Fred Savage, when this came out. I didn't see that movie until I was much older, and it's not a very good movie in general. Not highly recommended, but then again, what video game movies are. Ass first Mario, the only Mario as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, what can you say about this game? I feel like Mario is much older in this, and not necessarily in a good way either. I mean, if you just stand still with him in, his big form, and you see the gut Mario has, he is one fat bastard in this game. Seriously. People often are, and I know Nintendo's come up with an official timeline to Zelda Sense, but they're often very critical of, the Zelda, what chronologically happened, but I feel like this would have been, Mario's last adventure, because he just looks like he's old, he's worn out, he's like a 70-year-old Sly Stallone doing an Expendables movie. He's like, I just can't rescue this princess anymore, man. It's killing me. And that would make sense. But I don't know. I just feel like, damn, he's got some miles on him. I think in future, I mean, even now, you look at Smash Brothers and newer Mario games, he looks like he's lost a lot of weight. And let's just fly over this level, shall we? That didn't work too well. Oh crap. Wow. So you can just fly through that level. I just decided I was going to be an idiot and try to go on the first go. Pro tip, wait till you hear the P sound noise, and then you can actually fly. There you go. That's from a gamer like me that's just so great. I thought I would record this for YouTube. Yeah, so, I don't know, I feel like he's probably, let's just do this the traditional way and not embarrass myself again. I feel like, yeah, this is probably one of his last adventures, but, good on them to not make Mario such a fat guy, anymore. I mean, it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's American, right? I talked about this being a real, man's game. Nothing gets more manly than the classic damsel in distress, and nothing gets more American than it being an overweight Italian plumber. That is just, that's a slice of cherry pie right there, or apple pie, or whatever kind of pie is most American in your book. So every 6 levels, we get to play the card game, and the card game is alright for what it is. Generally, in the corners, 2 of these 4 corners are always going to be a match, and I don't know how or why, I just kind of figured that out, but and I don't know, that's got to be pretty well known at this point, but there always is. So, yeah, and then you get that item in your inventory, which is pretty cool. So, I like that. I like that a lot. We needed something else to help us along our way. Oh, the tried and true mushroom. Why not? I feel like even though the raccoon power, the tanuki, or just the leaf is kind of the star of this, it really takes away from the fire flower, which is honestly quite essential. And we can use it to kill Boom Booms, who are the bosses in the fortresses, even though we skipped them in this fortress. You can also use it to kill the Koopa Kids. But first, okay, seriously, the kings here are seriously a point of real comedy. Look at this thing. I know it's a dog, I can see it now, and I guess it's its back leg scratching it, but seriously, when I first saw that, I was like, what is that? I couldn't really grasp it, kind of comprehend what it was supposed to be, and it's twitching, so I'm like, what is this? This is an abomination from the movie The Thing or something like that. I don't know. Also, Mario might be the best cannonball stopper the world has ever known. This is just true fact. Real talk here. But yeah, what else can you say about Mario 3? I can't really remember a lot of childhood memories necessarily with this game. I felt like I just kind of had it. It wasn't one of those games where I got pulled out of school to go home and play it or anything. But it's one of those games that just has got such great play control that there's no reason why you wouldn't want to play it over and over again. I mean, it feels great, even under non-ideal circumstances, like me playing with a USB controller and having recording software on. Ooh, blue fireballs. That's neat. It's got to be a graphical glitch. So yeah, if you can land enough shots, you can kill these guys with fireballs. But Larry over here, he's just not cooperating. So whatever. Boom, sway jump, grab that wand. Yeah, jam. You got to, right? I mean, that's just a necessity to grab the wand. So you kill him. You can kill some boom booms are much easier to kill with the fireballs. So we'll worry about that when we get there, though. And boom, a little flippity flap, and the king has his wand back, so that we can only assume the one-eyed white blob monster controlling his brain can rule this land of dancing plants once again. And Toad could not be happier. Yay! Greetings! If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have enclosed a jewel? Jewel? That helps to protect you. Jewel? I don't know. That was a P-wing, lady. Jeez. These princesses, I tell you what, man. But alright, guys, thanks a lot for joining me. We're going to go through a level or a world and episode. This has been the Johnny Cage. I will talk to all of you awesome people next time.